All right, I believe we're going. We're live on the right channel, too. Look at that. Let me move my microphone closer to my face so you can actually hear me. Well, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Saltkast, a special edition of the Saltkast. I guess anybody who's clicked on the video already knows. Guess who the salty individual today is? It's me! Wild! I'm the salty one today. I'm a little bit bitter. Oh, man. What a plot twist. Let's start with the intro here.
Down here, salt is a way of life.
Obviously, the environment down here is all salt. The ceiling's salt, the floor is salt, the walls are salt, and to an extent, the air is salt. And you breathe that in, and you can constantly taste the salt.
Everybody out here is sweating the coronavirus. The coronavirus, sweating the coronavirus. I'm gonna teach you a little trick right now. Everybody wants to go buy the toilet paper, the water, put on the little fucking Michael Jackson mask or whatnot. I'll show you how to defeat the coronavirus. Check it out. Good old-fashioned dirt snow. God made dirt. Dirt don't hurt. Take out the rocks, and then it'll build your immune system. That's how you beat the fucking system.
That's how you beat the system.
Down here, salt is a way of life.
Obviously, the environment down here is all salt. The ceiling's salt, the floor is salt, the walls are salt, and to an extent, the air is salt. And you breathe that in, and you can constantly taste the salt.
You're constantly tasting the salt. Constantly tasting the salt. Good afternoon, everybody. Gotta get the right time. Welcome, not to the midnight show, not to the midnight crockpot, not to midnight in the afternoon, midnight in the morning. Any more iterations that you can come up with? No, this is the Saltkast, the salty show, where we showcase a bitter individual on the internet, somebody who's mad on the internet. Well, guess who that individual is today? Guess who's so mad now? Well, speaking of which, of course, the stream bot should be up and running. Let me go ahead and express myself vicariously through Richard Spencer. Definitely mad. So mad. And to those of you, let me show you something real quick. So, I have had the request to add the commands to screen. Now, for some reason, the text on screen has changed around a little bit. It's a little bit finicky, I think is the proper word. But if you, hypothetically, right, and this is the best way I can find to go about doing this. So I apologize for having to use a donation page as a liaison, so to speak, but work with me on this. So there we go. You go to the donation page, and of course you see a little GIF image of my rotund kitty. But you click on up here. I have to fix the window. Let me see here. See where it says donate right here. No, hold on, chat. This isn't this isn't what it looks like. Now you can see right here that you have all of the commands right there. Look at that. All of them. So those that aren't as acquainted with the show and the chatbot and all of that, there you have it. So some people were asking me for it. I feel like this is the best way so far until I have a website that people can go to and just look at the chat commands. But there you have it, chat. I'll even drop the link to this particular page. Maybe I should put that in the bot as well. Add a macro for it.
How dare you!
Oh my. I haven't even seen that page before. But anyway, I'll take care of that later. There's the link, just in case you want to check it out, so you can browse the different commands that are available. There you go. So that way we don't have a whole section on screen that's just nothing but commands. We did that for a little bit, but since a lot of the people here are dedicated viewers of the show, which I appreciate, thank you, by the way, most of the people already know a lot of the commands. So if you're new or you forget some, there's a place for you to go. The thing is, I didn't have to manually type that in too. I just had to click on a few things. So, all right. So for the topic at hand today, why Wild, why are you so bitter? Let me turn on some music.
Please.
Why are you so bitter, bro?
Please, please, please.
Why are you so mad? Well, it turns out, folks, that even though I was really getting into the groove of being back into work, I was enjoying it quite a bit.
I am so mad!
We just had this. Now, there are a few cases where I live. A few. Literally just a few. But anyway. California is now closing indoor operations statewide for restaurants, wineries, movie theaters, family entertainment, zoos, museums, and card rooms. I don't know why. They really don't want us to be able to pay our bills. The contempt couldn't be more obvious. I didn't expect it now. I was hoping to get paid for a few more weeks because, you know, the state of California refused to pay me. And I assume they're going to refuse to pay me again. But after I finish with the live stream, I'm actually gonna call up unemployment and see if I can get through. Now, people have been telling me because they have more employees now, you can actually get through. Yeah, if only we, you know, chat, that's it. If only we voted Republican, right? Oh, this whole thing would have been averted. That's another. I know you guys know that that's a pet peeve of mine. That oh man, if only you voted Team Red, none of this would have happened. As if that fucking matters. As if Team Red doesn't play for the enemy side almost all the time. A waiter isn't a real job. You say that, but places have been packed lately. I don't know, man. I say something that pays the bills is a real job, but that's just me. Is it a real trade and profession? Well, I'll tell you, man. There's a lot of ins and outs, and learning how to deal with people is an art. It's a skill. If you haven't done it before, I would encourage you. Go give it a shot. It's not even that it's crazy, like, back-breaking work. What it is complex. It's mentally intricate. At least where I was working. Now, it wasn't just as simple as, alright, I need a sandwich and some fucking eggs. And you go and you grab the sandwich and the eggs and you bring it to the table. No, at least where I was at, it was they made an art out of it. To where there is no time where I'm just leaning up against the wall talking to somebody. There's always something for me to do. I couldn't deal with people all day long. And see, the thing is when people want to go out and have a good time, you just make them happy. You just get them what they want. And if for some reason something happens, there's a reason you can't get them what they want, you just, like a salesman, you kind of talk them down a little bit. You play the art of the deal, so to speak. But when people want to go out, they just want to have a good time. Just help them have a good time. It's as simple as that. You don't have to kiss their ass or sure, if you're like a bartender or a cocktail waitress, yeah, you want to talk people up, but for my job, it's my job to hype up the food and to get it to you in the best possible way. But anyway, so the latest thing. See, oh no, I don't want to go to Ted Cruz. I wanted to talk about this briefly. They're targeting Ted Cruz. By targeting, I shouldn't say targeting, but the social media mobs. They've decided to get their forks and pitchforks and torches. Senator Ted Cruz seen on an American Airlines flight appearing to ignore airline face mask policy. Captured today at 10:45 a.m. Ted Cruz on a commercial flight refusing to wear a mask. These people are so happy to be slaves. It's insane. Now, there are certain cases where, yeah, if we're blah, 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 but we're literally just sitting here, man. But people are really buying into this propaganda. All you have to do, all it takes for people to sell out their brother, to turn their back on what they said they held so dear, their American values, all it takes is just fear of death. Fear of death. That's all it takes to forsake your family, your friends, everything you stand for, supposedly. I mean, what is your identity and your ego and who you've become and what you supposedly stand for when, you know, you might die. We gotta start harassing people for not wearing the fucking masks. Absolutely disgraceful. Ted Cruz is not my brother. That's fair. That's fair. But it'll be one of us one of these days. It's just a sign of things to come, I hate to say. I was so pissed, man, because at first when I saw the Gavin Newsom shit, I thought it was, he didn't say statewide at first. I'll say that. Okay, so in a previous list, Kern County was included as a county impacted by today's new closures. As of this morning, Kern County is no longer on California's county monitoring list and is not yet impacted. So I should click on that. Yeah. There's also the stuff with the Patreon lawsuit. Everyone is pretty much talking about it now. But now they're only talking about it because Mike Cernovich is talking about it, and everyone's sourcing him as the authority. Look, my opinion of it is this. Take anything Cernovich says with the biggest grain of salt. There's been so many times he's been wrong about shit or just outright lied, and that's not even to bring up his associations with, like, fucking Alan goddamn Dershowitz. So, don't trust Weird Mike. Another person did send me the link to the Zoom meeting. I'm not that interested to sit down and watch that. Even if I don't have to go to work now, I'm not going to sit through the entire lawsuit. That sounds really fucking boring. And on top of that, it's illegal for me to share, like, recordings of the court or anything, screenshots. I can't show anything for it, so I can only really give you my opinion. And because of that, I know that when we're hearing from Cernovich, we're only really hearing his opinion. His opinion as somebody who is in bed with a lot of the people being featured in it. Also, he has an incentive, or he's for the sake of his craft, he's incentivized to cheer on the potential downfall of Patreon. Although the judge did not rule anything, but he seemed to be really critical of Patreon during this first hearing. But, you know, it's not over yet. These things drag out for a long time just because the judge sounded like they were on their side for the first part of the lawsuit. Owen Benjamin's already saying this is a win. No, it's not a win yet. You can't. It's like watching a horse race or maybe a NASCAR race and seeing that your horse or your car is in first place during the first 10 laps. This is an endurance race. There are 300 fucking laps on this thing. Don't call it too soon. Don't call it too soon. But I also think it's smart to keep with a keen eye anything Cernovich is saying. So that having been said, it does appear that the change of their terms of service does seem to have piqued the interest of the judge presiding over the case. At the same time, the same judge presiding over the case ruled in favor of Twitter, banning a person due to a terms of service violation. So, you know, maybe they were right. I might have to admit that at one point if it ends up being the case. They may have been right that the terms of service change might have fucked Patreon. They could have had, and maybe they still do have, a solid case for Owen Benjamin attempting to extort them. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. But if this change in the arbitration fees and their terms of service, if that fucks them in the end, that might not even matter. The problem is the extortion and the fact that Owen and Vox were hiding the settlement. Yeah, to me it seems really clear that they were attempting to extort the company. I mean, I'm not a legal expert, but that's what I got from reading it, from looking at what was going on. And then when you heard, and this is what frustrates me the most about the whole Patreon lawsuit, is the fact that all of these creators, myself included, but I'm probably going to take down my Patreon pretty soon. Like, I might even do that today. It's something I don't update enough, that I don't feel like I earn the money that I get going into it. Like, I've always used it as a vector to allow kind of subscription-based donations, and then here and there I'd upload to it, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. So a lot of creators across the internet use Patreon. So if Patreon goes down, everybody's affected negatively. And yet the same people that benefit, like this is a benefactor of theirs, are cheering this on because of censorship, right? Because of deplatforming. But if you really look at who's been deplatformed and who's been doing the deplatforming, Patreon isn't the worst offender. Now, they have deplatformed some people. They had Lauren Southern. They took down Antifa. It's going down. They took down Sargon, of course, Mr. Medicare. And it is bullshit, and it isn't fair. But in this lawsuit, there is no attempt to bring those creators back or to give them compensation for money that they might have been cheated out of. Potential financial damage. Like, nobody gets anything out of this except Owen Benjamin. It's always about... It's about his fucking wallet. That's what this is all about. Not all of our wallets. It's about his wallet. So, on top of everybody being monetarily incentivized to at least want Patreon to survive this, because if they don't, thousands, tens of thousands of dollars down the drain. I think Dick Masterson, right? What has he got? $30,000 a month invested in Patreon? And yet, all of them are cheering its downfall. So you would think that a lot of these people would just want there to be more transparency, for there to just stop being heavy-handed about the moderation and unclear about what it is that's going on. So that seems strange to me. But you also have the supposed principles of all of these people who hate cancel culture, these people who talk about being free speech absolutists and then rule their chat like with an iron fist. This chat mine is ran like a freaking Thunderdome. It's chaos. But that's the way I like it here. I think that's the way we like it, chat? But anyway, on top of all of that, you would think that their principles would make them go, well, if these people are scamming, maybe they're making us all look bad, or, maybe they're, what's the way I should say this, because I don't want it to be misconstrued. You would think when it comes to unfair bannings that they would have to understand that there are certain cases where if it's going down on Patreon, which they took down, they were organizing actual violence. So if you can demonstrate what you think a legitimate violation of the terms of service are, like funding domestic terrorism, then you can say, okay, well, that's definitely over the line, but what isn't over the line? What isn't over the line? Sargon of Akkad, Mr. Medicare, etc. But again, there's nothing that benefits these creators or everyone on the whole. This is just to get Owen Benjamin a fat fucking paycheck. But again, and I mentioned this briefly earlier, the fact that Cernovich is sort of the authority on the subject right now, and that everyone's running with what he's saying, seems kind of strange to me. I mean, hell, maybe I'm in the wrong fucking business. Here we go. Getting caught up here. That's why I had my phone turned off. It's about to die. But, yeah. We can probably check out the lawsuit a little bit later, but we have to be careful about what we bring on, because I can't have anything from courts. I don't know, man. I don't want Owen Benjamin to get a $3 million fucking settlement check, because I feel that he is a dishonest actor, that he has nobody's interest at heart besides himself, that he's probably going to take the money and run and then try to do a revival in 5 years. That's what I think is going to happen if he gets the money. Oh, I got my stuff back together, and now I just want to get back into the comedy scene again. But the weirdest thing about all of this is the detail I mentioned a minute ago. How you have somebody like Dick Masterson, who has $30,000 invested in Patreon. And oddly enough, he doesn't seem compelled to want to protect that $30,000 a month coming in.
No Jews. No, Jews. Forget Jews.
It is weird. Well, I mean, we've got to... What's more important? Your $30,000 coming in, or saying again for the 5,000th time that tech censorship is bad? Now, if he gets $3 million, he'll just have to buy that Brotherhood compound, or Aryan Brotherhood compound in Idaho, eh? Oh, you can bet he's not going to buy that. Owen will not get a settlement. I hope you're right, man. It's not the type of behavior I really want to see rewarded. I want $3 million. See, that's the thing. You just act like an obnoxious asshole on social media, get yourself banned, take him to fucking court, bada bing, bada boom. It's that simple, folks. I'm gonna go grab my Dr. Pepper. Be right back. Then we'll check out this, I don't even know if I can call it by its name. We've officially reached the next season of reality TV, where the Shutdown Part 2 happened. I'm so fucking pissed, dude. There is this really cute cocktail waitress. And I talked to her a few times, but she's like only been there a week. And I saw her yesterday. I didn't get a chance to talk to her. It was one of those moments, the only time I saw her was like, I looked across the room and noticed it, like, we caught eye contact. I was like, oh shit, I need to talk to that chick. And now, who knows if I'll ever get the chance now. Thanks, Gavin, for fucking cock-blocking me, motherfucker. I had it in. He's a cute one, too. And shit. Yeah. Motherfucker. Motherfucker. I can't even put it into words. Giving me COVID balls over here. Absolutely disgraceful. Alright. County monitoring. I need to find racial demographics, county data monitoring. That's probably what I'm looking for. Doesn't even have anything though. Sorry for the dead air, folks. Just trying to catch up a little bit. So this is not what I'm looking for. It's the thing he cited as information, but so yes, no fitness centers, no places of worship. Places of worship. Weird how they can just ban religion. I thought there was something about being able to ban religion. I thought this was America. I'm sorry. I thought this was America. Oh, do you think nuking the West Coast would change anything? You can bet your ass that nothing would change. Because what's going on in California right now, where the population is being undermined by a corrupt political system, if that's not already going on where you live, it's coming to a city near you. And then when they come through, they don't count your votes and they burn your cities to the ground and import a bunch of people to your neighborhood, it'll also be your fault, right? Because you voted it in. Don't you love how that you don't get to have it both ways, man? Bet your ass. Take a good look. This is your future. By the way, no one here buys into this shit. No one votes for this type of shit. We're grossly misrepresented, and it's rather unnerving because people speak from just a gross lack of knowledge. Never even fucking been here, but can tell you everything about it. Can tell you everything about what it means to be Californian, about the weather, the culture, and everything. They never fucking even walked over here before. Never walked down that street. Shit. Funny how everyone becomes a fucking expert on a place they never fucking been to. And I don't even just mean the rando, you know, the person I was responding to in chat. I mean, it's a regular thing. This anti-American rhetoric. Just people turning on one another. You know, I don't think that people in Detroit voted for the shit that goes on there. I don't blame them for that because I know it's a corrupt political system that doesn't give the people any power. The undermining of the population, and then we blame the population. I find that strange, and I always will. Well, fuck the government here, but the people are cool. People are pretty cool. Don't go to the fucking city, though. Don't go to the city. That could be said about any place. But yeah, seriously though, fuck California. I know what I just said. But the people are here are good. This type of shit is ridiculous. %. Wait, fuck, maybe. I thought he said it was state fucking wide. Holy shit, boys! I might have dodged a goddamn bullet. Maybe I'm not so mad, chat. Maybe I'm not fucking salty at all. Because I keep seeing more and more, like, the list of counties, and I don't know. I don't know, chat.
So proud.
I got this here. Here's a list of what must be done immediately per new order from Gavin Newsom. Effective immediately, California is closing some indoor business operations statewide and additional indoor business operations in counties on the California Public Health Monitoring List for 3 consecutive days. Okay, in the previous list, Kern County was included as a county impacted, but they're not impacted. So, California Public Health. We have the video here. What is it? Yeah, we're not watching 52 minutes of this fucking windbag. No bars. You can't go out and fucking hang out. It really just cock blocking me one after the other, man. Whatever happened to being a bro? Being a wingman? Gavin, you're supposed to be my wingman, dude. Like, what is this shit? You're blocking me pretty hard, bro. Just saying. This is horrible. This is fucking horrible. Oh yeah, oh man, Tonka. I haven't seen the Tonka into Oreo shit yet, but I feel like I have to. But yeah, AP's good people. If you guys like the Midnight Show, dare I say, you'd probably like AP's show. I don't know what he's calling it these days. Is he still doing the Blunt stream? But AP's good people. Let me see if I can find his link. I'll drop him in chat. Might not be everyone's thing, but I've done a few streams with the guy like years ago. And I had a good time every time. If we can find the Adonis Paul. Good name, by the way. Yeah, that's it right there. There is the chat window. There we go. Yeah, there's AP. There's a link to his channel. No, shit. I meant to talk to him recently, and then I just forgot. Yeah, no, I'm up for it. Hey, it looks like I'm either going to be home all the time or I'm not going to be home all the time, so who knows. But yeah, let's bring this back up here. Closing indoor operations. I mean, they're not saying. Okay, yeah, here it is. This is the thing. Closing indoor operations in counties on county monitoring list. So these are the ones that are shut down that are on the monitoring list. So if you're not on the monitoring list, you can still go to a fitness center, a place of worship, an office for non-critical sectors, personal care services, hair salons, and barbershops and malls. And then over here, closing indoor operations statewide, dine-in restaurants, wineries, and tasting rooms, movie theaters, family entertainment centers, zoos, museums, card rooms, and bars must close all operations. So yeah, that means I'm staying home, chat. I'm pretty sure that's what that means. Should I tell them, hey, I'm willing to work. Do you want to tell the state to go fuck itself? I'm down. I'm willing to work. I don't want to sit on my ass, chat. This is fucking retarded. This is stupid. We're not supposed to act like absolute germaphobes. This is beyond the pale.
I am so mad.
We need to recall the governor. Well, it doesn't change anything, man. It really doesn't. Say we recall the governor, we put somebody else in charge to be their figurehead. I mean, at least it was fun when it was Schwarzenegger, because it was Arnold fucking Schwarzenegger, Commando. I mean, I'm not even one of those guys that's really into like pop culture and all of that, but dude, Commando is one of the best movies ever fucking made. We're only half an hour in, man. I guess I've said all I need to say, but I don't want to wrap it up yet, so hold on. Play a short video for you. I don't know, 48 seconds is enough. I guess I can wait. Yeah, you know, Chad, I think I need to make some phone calls. I wanted to rant a little bit, but I think I said everything I gotta say. Take callers. I was talking about talking about that with somebody the other day. I always appreciated that people would call in. It's really cool and everything. I was working on an overlay, chat. By the way, I started working on this and never finished it. But you see, I was working on a phone booth segment. I was gonna do some more shit in the background here, but
I said it's not even hot outside.
I mean, Discord works, but I don't know. Get a co-host. Well, it's funny you should say that, man, because I did start a show with a fella over on this channel right here. That would be the Morning Crockpot. Excuse me, the Midnight Crockpot. Hey, wow, I caught the Rona. It sucks. Man, that sucks, dude. I'm sorry to hear that. And for the record, I don't think it's 100% fake. What I think is fake and hysterical is the reaction, the overall economic impact of it. Everyone's worst fears. You know, the boogeyman. That's what I think is overplayed, but I do know that there is a legitimate threat. But just how rational your reaction is, I think, speaks volumes. But in any case, dude, I'm really sorry to hear that, man. That fucking sucks. Well, it is midnight, or it is midnight for me, but morning for Davey, so that's a good point. Yeah, it depends on the person. I hate to say. Well, here's the thing, chat. Even during a worldwide pandemic, there are fewer deaths this time than there were last year at this time. Let me see if I can find that data.
How dare you!
I'm not gonna fucking look. I don't even know what to type in. Yeah, we should be live.
Yo, kill me with this.
Yeah, man. We're live. Almost like it was planned. It seems like it, doesn't it? There's just something fishy going on with this whole thing. The live delay seems longer lately, you know? If that's on my end. It could be. No, it's on ultra low. Kevin Duggan with $1.99. 24 hours of midnight. Maybe we'll end up doing that. Maybe I'd like to think of a fun stream to do for 24 hours. Stay back! Stay back! But yeah, thanks for the $2. I think I gotta, now that it's really settled in, chat, and I'm not just having the knee-jerk reaction to getting told that I'm having to stay home again, I'm gonna make a few phone calls. I feel like that's what I need to do right now. The adult part of my brain is saying, no, dude, you need to wrap this stream up. I know it's only been 36 minutes, so I apologize for it being so short. But it just clicked a few minutes ago that I need to make a few phone calls and see what the hell I'm doing. So, fuck you, Gavin Newsom, you asshole. Ruining my shit again. Yeah. So, later, everybody. I'm gonna take off. I'll probably do a more formal midnight show later. I know this is sort of just a shitpost stream. But I needed to get those thoughts out, and I didn't want to just scream hopelessly into the void. Then we also had 99 cents from T-Clips with the salt shaker emoji. Indeed. Very salty. Tell the government to stay the fuck back. Well, I mean, that's a good reason to hit that one right there. But anyway, Chad, always a pleasure. I'll see some of you guys later. Take care, everybody.